friends, it's Nancy. Welcome back to Wishes and Weeds. This week, our Harvest of Memories theme is National Baking Week. A time to slow down, preheat the oven, and savor the comforting rhythm of baking. And as the scent of cinnamon, bread, and butter fills our kitchens, it feels like the perfect opportunity to explore not just recipes, but stories. And in my case, especially the rich baking traditions of the Mennonite and Amish communities in North America. Now, I won't pretend I know a lot about those particular cultures, but I am absolutely surrounded by it. There is a very large Mennonite community here in the Waterloo region. Lots of German speakers, Low German speakers, I should clarify. And yesterday when I was making this page for Canadian Thanksgiving, I'll just give you another look. I mentioned that I wanted to try an Amish recipe for our dessert for Thanksgiving called peanut butter pie. So I have this book. I paid $2 for it at the MCC thrift shop. So that's the Mennonite Central Committee. There's 3 of those shops locally. And this book is called, let's see, it says it came from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. 1947. So I pulled out the fly leaf from the back. And this is called The Little Amish Schoolhouse, 1939. If you look up, I tried to find some history about the author, found nothing. Found lots and lots of listings for these old children's books. If I had still had the dust jacket in fairly decent shape, I might have sold this book, but it's not valuable in the state that it's in. So I chose this page because it looks very autumnal to me. So I'm going to trim it down a bit, and I'll leave this for journaling, and I'm going to make a pocket out of this. So I think I will start by moving this out of my way. So I won't have lots to journal until after Thanksgiving, so I can take a photo, get some feedback on the pie, see if I've got any stories about creating the pie. And I'm not sure if I mentioned yesterday the history of the pie. There is a Mennonite restaurant about 40 minutes from here, sort of north of Stratford, that we go to from time to time. I'm just going to pull it down a smidge. Called Amish. And we never ordered dessert. We just take a pie home with us. And it's peanut butter pie every time. I was thinking about doing another gusset here, but I don't want to lose that squirrel. Page is 5.5 inches wide, so I'm going to cut this down to 5 3/8. And I'll use my rotary cutter. Now, just grabbing some tools. Before I do anything else, I'm going to use a little bit of tape to protect the edge of this paper. It's in good shape right now, but I'm afraid that as it ages, it won't be in such fine condition. So I'm just protecting it with a little bit of this masking tape. And while we got the masking tape out, let's cut it in half. You'll do. I'll reinforce the gussets too. So National Baking Week started as a simple campaign in the UK to celebrate home baking. A reminder that baking brings people together through creativity, care, and comfort. I might have mentioned that I made peanut butter cookies day before yesterday, and when Jordan and Jess came over last night, they finished off my cookies. I have put away some to take with me on my girls' getaway. So never fear. Okay, I got a circle punch. Just do that. And do a little ink. Now, the Mennonite and Amish communities are often referred to, or they refer to themselves as plain people. So there's not going to be any lace or textiles or quilts, though. Maybe I could add a quilty kind of embellishment. Okay, I'm going to cut a little of this off. Now, I'm thinking I want to color in the front with some watercolors. So I might need to go get a little jar of water. And let's come back and give this a try. I saved this scrap to see how this paper reacts to having watercolor on it. I think it's going to be okay, as long as I don't get things too wet. So like I was saying, we have quite a large community locally, and they're not all practicing in the same way. Some people are very worldly, secular. They drive cars. They work in regular jobs. And then there's the other end of the spectrum where there's no electricity, horses and buggies are transportation. They're different dress. There's another Mennonite restaurant we go to called Schmidtville. Again, the pies. Lots of markets in communities have the in communities with Amish or Mennonite residents, they'll have baking available. There's a store in, is it Winterbourne, that has great baking, and it's operated by a Mennonite family. We like to get the bread. Actually, there's a bakery in Milverton that has amazing bread. Life-changing bread. And the kind that I like the best, the multigrain bread, they only bake it on Fridays. And you have to get there quick in order to score a loaf. But there's other things that your regular garden variety Canadian doesn't bake, but you will find in Amish and Mennonite stalls at markets or so one thing is whoopie pies. I'm not a fan. And Doug loves cream buns. Also, not a fan, but he can't resist them. So it's like bread, but it has like a creamy icing inside it, like a bun. Not a fan. So I think I'll just quietly paint here, and then I'll do a speed up version for you. let's glue this down. You know, there seems to be a lot of food-related things in this journal, but honestly, food is my love language, so yeah. Okay, so in this pocket, I'm going to put in the recipe for the peanut butter pie and write a memory about peanut butter pie and our tradition of having peanut butter pie at Anna Mae's. And maybe some reactions to the pie from Thanksgiving, which hasn't happened yet. All right, so I hope you thought this was interesting, and you'll take some time to try a new recipe, maybe a new Mennonite recipes like shoofly pie, and you might want to gather for your layouts some images of ephemera like rolling pins or vintage recipe cards, and consider writing about a favorite baked treat that reminds you of home, or about someone who taught you how to bake, or the feeling of comfort that comes from something fresh from the oven. I happen to have a Mennonite cookbook here that came from the 70s. It's the Mennonite Relief Sale. That still happens every year around Victoria Day weekend, the Mennonite Relief Sale. And this is from 1974. And why did I stick a tissue in here? Oh, because it had some interesting recipes. Quilting dinner. So what you would make for a quilting dinner. Wedding dinner for 100. Funeral dinner for 200. Poached eggs. On dessert plates, put 2 slices of molasses graham bread. This looks like toast. And a pile of sweetened whipped cream. Now top with a canned peach half, round side up. If you're counting your calories, just put 2 slices of graham bread together with honey and serve with tea. Oh, so it would look like poached eggs. Gotcha. Okay. Thresher's dinner, Thresher's supper, barn raising dinner for 250 men. 5 gallons of maple syrup? 45 pies? Whoa. Apple butter. There's an apple butter and cheddar weekend in Wellesley in September. Noodles. Anyway, lots of interesting things in here that for sure I've never tried making. And what did I want to say now? Take care of yourself. I hope this page has inspired you to create a page in your journal and maybe jot down a family recipe and celebrate National Baking Week in your own way. So if you have created a baking inspired spread, please share it using the hashtag Harvest of Memories. And next time, may your days be cozy, your bread rise beautifully, and your memories be sweet. Take care. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.